What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, you guys? So we are back again for another episode review of Insecure Season 5, Episode 7. Okay. So it's called Chillin, okay? This episode was cute. It was cute. I actually did like it because I wasn't looking for that much drama. It was funny to me. Um and it was the homegirl. It was the homegirl type of situation, and I was really here for it. Okay. So basically, Issa was having a little get together with all the girls. Okay, we haven't seen them together in a minute since like the beginning of the season. Okay, the first episode, and they were gonna go have a little spa day. You know, she got the pre-rolls up or whatever that she kind of messed up herself. Okay, but she was gonna make it a fun time. Having a spa day, then having reservations for a dinner at 8 o'clock. So they get to the house and they're taking hits off the joint or whatever. Baby, when Kelly took that first puff and damn near died and slapped that table like that. Give me a second. I said, bitch, I knew Kelly was going to do it for us this whole episode, okay? It was Kelly for me for the episode. I love every scene that Kelly is in. She make the show for me, to be quite honest, all right? Anyway, so after that, they're outside, they're taking pictures and selfies and stuff. And then Issa gets a text or a phone call saying that the spa has busted pipes or whatever. So therefore, the reservations have been canceled. Now they're trying to figure out what it is that they're going to do, okay? Because they still got hours until, it's time for the food reservation. So at this point, they go smoke some more weed and turn on the music. We got Last Night playing by Dirty Money, Diddy Fixing, and Keisha Cole. Y'all remember that joint. Okay. Next thing you know, Issa was like, oh, I got an idea. She go run in that room and she comes back with a hat. Okay. Kelly said, I know you still don't have a subscription to lids.com. I do, but that's not the point. The point is, let's play questions in a hat. We haven't played that in a long time, okay? And Kelly was like, listen, y'all ready for this? Because it brings the stuff out, okay? It really brings the stuff out, you know what I'm saying? But they wind up doing it, writing down some questions or whatever. And one of the first questions that was, asked was, what's an embarrassing fact about you? Girl, Molly said that she never seen Love Jones, okay? Even though she tried to make it seem like she did, she was lying throughout college that she saw with or whatever. She said, which one was Lorenz Tate, Love or Jones? And let me just put it out here, okay? And y'all gonna get mad at me again because this came up during the Shy, or that episode during the Shy when, what's his name? The whole boy, played by Jacob Lattimore. Emmett. Emmett and his little girlfriend played and impersonated them. Bitch, I don't see the hype in Love Jones. It's cute, but nothing to rent and rave over the way that y'all be doing. But okay, that's neither here nor there. But, I said Molly don't feel bad about that. Kelly said, what did she say? She used to wake up and drink 2 Red Bulls a day. Maybe that's why from the ages of 20 to 25, she hasn't had her cycle. I said, bitch, she said either that or it was a 5-year pregnancy. I said, girl, hush, hush. And then here comes Tiffany, who said, oh, you know who we haven't seen this season yet? Because I just remember Tiffany, Amal. We haven't seen Amal yet, or have we? I don't think so. Oh, bring him back. Okay, but Tiffany was like, when she masturbates, she still think about her husband. I said, everybody was just like, I mean, to be quite honest, I thought that some people kind of do think about their significant others, but I would actually think that they would think about like a crush or like a celebrity or something like that, somebody that was fine that walked. I don't know. I was like, okay, girl, that's a little bit boring. Okay, meanwhile, we get into this whole thing with Lawrence coming over to Condola house and, dropping off the baby. I said, oh, Condola, she didn't finally let him have the baby for a couple of hours a day or whatever. They look like they getting along. He coming up in there helping her put her shelves up that was outside, and did you notice the way that he was talking to her? And it was almost like a sexy voice. You know what I'm saying? I don't find him sexy like that, but he was giving that low baritone, that low, something might happen. So the whole time I'm looking, I'm like, bitch, these motherfuckers about to hook up. Because that's what they was giving me. They was giving me the feel that they just might bump, okay? And I said, ooh, because truth be told, if I had a baby mama and we was on good terms, bitch, I'd be still fucking that. Anyway, moving on from that. We wouldn't be in a relationship, but that don't mean shit. Toxicity, okay, that is not nothing to be happy about and to be proud about. But that's just the type of person I am. Anyway, it's probably why I'm in the situation I am now. Moving on from that, somebody had put in there, who broke the vase? Okay, now if you go back to season 1, Molly, or was it season 1 or season 2 or whatever? No, Molly had said, they was like they couldn't live together. It was something that came up either season 1 or season 2 where Molly and Issa was like, nah, we can't move in together, whatever, because the last time you was staying over there at my place, you broke the vase or whatever. So that was Molly who put that question in there. Meanwhile, what is it? Kelly started talking about some stuff. And she was like, you just don't know how. She said something about things just gonna come knocking. You just never know when stuff will start come knocking or whatever. And then there was a knock at the door, okay? It was Trina, the neighbor, talking about some spiders. I said, girl, then come to find out, freaking Kelly and Trina don't like each other no more. She said that she feels as though Kelly is a bad influence on her son. Kelly said, how come she couldn't think that the son is a bad influence on me? I said, Kelly, because you know what? You're actually kind of right. That's literally how I did it. I had to stop in mid-thought because I'm like, you know what? Because that little boy was bad, okay? If y'all know Trina's son, that little boy is bad. And that's probably why they be bumping heads, because Kelly and that little boy damn near the same. Anyway, moving on from that, they was like, next question, how would you feel if you had to spend the rest of your life with the last person that you slept with? And then, they get on Issa. Issa was like, well, I don't know, because me and Nathan, we going through some things or whatever. They was like, girl, what happened? He had the nerve to call me inconsistent. Oh, no, for real? When your friends know what it is, okay? And I'm just like, Issa, you are inconsistent. You really don't know what you want because your heart is in multiple places at this point. You really want to be with Lawrence. You really regret that you fucked the shit up with Lawrence, and then Lawrence can further fuck shit up by having a baby, okay? And you literally, I feel, is with Nathan out of a rebound, out of a placeholding type of situation. And you said, bump that. If stuff don't work, it just don't work. And I can start over as I always do. Then how come you didn't start over with somebody new in the first place instead of bringing this man back? I just don't understand the appeal. Nathan cute or whatever, but he just, damn, is it because I'm gay? Because I be listening to myself like, I just don't see the appeal. I don't see the appeal or whatever. But I don't know. It is what it is. And then somebody gonna ask, which goes first in the bowl, the milk or the cereal? First of all, if you put milk in first and then you pour your cereal, you are psychotic, okay? Second of all, it's cereal, then milk. Somebody said both. I don't see how you do that. But no, cereal, then milk, okay? Moving on from that, Molly get a little phone call. She said, oh, excuse me, this is work. She go outside and they was like, bitch, what type of work call is that? Because she was like, oh my God, yeah. Girl, she was out there talking to Torian. Okay, and they was listening or whatever. I was Kelly, bitch. I'm finna get up and try to eavesdrop a little bit. Okay, what's going on? I want to know the tea. Okay, who got you over here smiling like a Cheshire cat and all this stuff, giggly and googly eyes and stuff? Girl, Torian, we just got through finishing this project and it got approved by the partners, and I don't know, like ever since the retreat, and I told him about my mom, he's been calling and checking up on me and then calling at night, asking me questions and how I'm doing or whatever. I'm like, go ahead and do what you gotta do with that man. Y'all know y'all want to do some stuff. She was like, oh my God, it's like, should I give him the green light? And next thing you know, green light by John Legend started playing. Okay, they was like, yeah, that's what it is. She was like, this is a sign. This is a sign. So she takes her phone and she texts him something. Okay, so we don't know what was being texted at this point. Then we get over here with Lawrence and Condola. You know, they feeding a baby. He's happy about the fact that the sister, you know, he got her approval because she follows him on Instagram or whatever. Condola had to bust his bubble and said it was a fuck up follow, like it was an accident. You know when you be scrolling and you accidentally follow somebody? Yeah, it was one of those situations. He said, listen, I'm gonna take what I can give, okay? They are literally acting like a literal family at this point, and I'm just like, yeah, I can see them possibly getting back together, you know what I'm saying? So after that, we go back to Issa and them, and they get to start talking about which of the exes, your friend's exes, would you want to sleep with, okay? And you know, Molly said something about Issa ex Marshawn that was back in college or whatever. And then Kelly and then was like, Kelly and Tiffany was like, no, no, we want to fuck Daniel, okay? And it was like, bitch, what? And I said, yes. Finally, somebody mentioned Daniel, okay? Because Daniel was that nigga, all right? I don't understand why we didn't bring Daniel back instead of Nathan. He should have came back. They said he was the finest one for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, all right? You know, and Kelly said, now Issa, you know he fine as fuck, and you gotta stop throwing it up in our face like you did Lawrence. I said, bitch. She was like, wait a minute, too soon, too soon. You know, I said, at least they can laugh about it at this point. So, that was cool. Meanwhile, you know, she started telling them about the fact that she did see Lawrence and Condola and the baby. And, you know, she said they look like they happy. She found out that he's back in town. And she said that they got back together. She assumed that they were back together when they're not, okay? But the way they all up at the house or whatever, I wouldn't be surprised if they do get back together. Meanwhile, you know, Kelly had to tell her, well, they was at Simone's baby shower, little birthday party or whatever, and they did not look too happy. And baby girl, you dodged a big ass bullet with that. And it was like, yeah, but of course you see the way Issa is looking, and Issa literally, see, this is what Molly be saying. And see, we weren't trying to hear it last season because Molly was doing the fucking most. But when she says that Issa loves the mess, Issa loves mess, okay? And she deliberately puts herself in it. They have to tell her, you don't have to go back to this man. You don't need closure or whatever. You know, you made the smart choice of not going back and all this stuff. And Tiffany, how do you know that was the smart choice? It was the smart choice, okay? We're just going to leave it up to that. Meanwhile, they go get ready to go to their reservation. And, you know, Tiffany, girl, I didn't know that was what Tiffany was going to be wearing. I thought she was going to be, she was supposed to be continuing to get ready. I thought it was like, you know, a slip and a bra set. That's what I thought. I said, girl, go ahead and finish put your clothes on. No, that's what she was wearing. But then she saw Issa and she was like, Issa. Issa was like, what? She was like, girl, I like your shoes. I actually like them. Because y'all know Tiffany always ragging on Issa and her shoes, okay? So that was cool, you know, and everybody come together. And they was like, you know, because Issa had a pair of Tiffany's earrings from the last Coachella they went to. Now, I'm pretty sure it wasn't last year's Coachella. It was this current Coachella or whatever. And that was like 3 months ago. And Molly was like, damn, that was the last time we got together. We need to cherish each other. We need to do this more often. We can't keep on letting it space out like this. And then that made them, you know, kind of get emotional. And that moment really warmed my heart. I almost teared up a little bit because I was like, damn, I felt like that was one of the last group scenes that they did when they was filming this whole season, and that was the end for everybody being in the same shot together. That's what it felt like. So I was like, oh my God, that just made me realize that the show was really actually about to end in 3 more episodes, okay? But, you know, at this point, that's when Tiffany started to tell them, listen, Derek got a job offer in Denver and they might be moving. Kelly was upset, rightfully so, because her and Tiffany are the closest and she's the daughter's godmama. So it's like, why didn't you tell me? She said, I didn't tell you because it would have made it all the more real. And she was like, the reason why she's scared is because what if they have more kids and she go to postpartum again and get depressed and they're not there to help her. And they reassuring her that, listen, we're going to be here, okay? We're going to be here for you. We're going to hop on a flight if we have to. We're going to do what we got to do to make this situation work. So don't worry. You have to do what's best for your family, okay? And I believe them when they said that. And they said, listen, at this point, why don't we just stay up in the house and, eat whatever's in the house and drink some more stuff? And Kelly said, even though these my going out titties, they can stay inside. Okay. And that was a beautiful moment for me in the show. You got this whole scene with Lawrence and Condola. They coming to the conclusion that, yeah, they was messed up at the beginning, but they're glad that they're in a better place that they are now. And, he was trying to tell her that, you really didn't mess up my life. And, at one point I did feel as though, like, if it would have went a different way, meaning that she would have got rid of him or he never would have came into the picture, how he would have felt about it. She even said at one point she did thought about going that route of getting rid of the baby, but glad that she didn't and all that stuff. So basically, they're kind of on the same page right about now. They're doing really well, this co-parenting situation. And again, I'm getting the vibes that they might bump cooch and stuff later on. May not be now, but it could be a possibility. Was I the only one that was getting that? I said, Lauren, stop using your sexy voice with her, okay? But that was cool. Meanwhile, the girls out there on the deck and, they're smoking, listening to music. And at this point, they was talking about the power of the questions and, Molly, they was like, let's text each other's boyfriends or whoever and who we want to be with, they want to be with or whatever. So, of course, Issa was about to text Torian, okay, and they was trying to figure out what to text. And so Molly figured out what to text and they was like, okay, go ahead and send that. As soon as she sent the text and she was trying to show them what she was going to send them, why Dro? Of all people, we haven't heard from Dro this whole season, okay? Dro is on a whole nother show, all right? He calling her. I said, bitch, the niggas is coming out of the woodworks. And Kelly was like, I told you, that's the game working. That's the power of the questions, okay? Bitch, next thing you know, Kelly talking about Daniel Kaula. He up there in her DMs. She actually DM'd him. And then at one point gonna say, so, oh, he finna come over, Issa. I gave him your address or whatever. He asked for your address. He asked for the address and all that stuff. Tiffany was like, bitch, I sent you, okay? You sent that shit, all right? But at that moment, here go Issa being Issa. She about to call Lawrence, okay? I'm so glad that Molly stopped her and said, you already said that people said that you was inconsistent, right? Look at what you're doing, okay? Let's not go this route with calling Lawrence while you're drunk and high and all this stuff. Let's think about it. And then on the sober brain, you figure out what you want to do, okay? Meanwhile, the next day, everybody leaves and she get a text from Nathan saying, hey, let's talk when you get a chance. She calls him. He apologizes and basically said, I was just all over the place, but I do love you, okay? And no, I'm not leaving. I love you. I said, bitch. And of course, Issa gonna fall for it. I said, you know what? I just could... Nathan don't love her. He was like, I've always been in love with you. I've always loved you. I said, girl, if you falling for this shit, Nathan gives me a homosexual vibe. Like he looking for his next place to stay. Okay. He looks like the type of person, he gives out that vibe where he goes from one woman to the next woman to the next woman to like mooch off of them or whatever. That's what he gives me. I don't know why. He just don't give me relationship long-term type of vibe, okay? And then, as she cleaning up, she get a phone call from Lawrence. I said, bitch, what is happening? And that's how the episode ends. She don't answer the phone, and he looking at the phone like, why she ain't answer? Bitch, seriously? Come on now. But Issa, I got a feeling Issa finna mess her own shit up again, okay? Girl, I don't know how this season is about to end. We got 3 more episodes, and I feel as though we've got so much more to explore. But how are we gonna wrap up 5 seasons in 3 episodes? Like, I don't know. Bitch, Issa, we do deserve a fucking movie. And you talking about something we ain't. If you giving us this and the season been going like this, bitch, we need a movie to tie this whole shit up, okay? Damn. Anyway, it was a cute episode. I did like it. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.